interesting to see Five Dreams. Stable kind of Big Bucks lining up far more forward than usual. Ladbrokes World Hurdle Field being called in. Long, steady approach towards the starter and his tape. And they're off and racing. Ladbrokes World Hurdle, 12 flights, 3 miles, and Cross Kennan and Five Dream are the first two to show at what looks an even enough pace, with Murad in third. Big Bucks in fourth place on the inside in the noseband of Michael Dagenet. 1,000 Stars on the inside of Oscar Whiskey as they step over the first. Dynast, the grey in midfield with Michael Dagenet and So Young. Smad place under restraint early on. The back marker is Voler La Vedette as they're quickly on to the second, and Cross Kennan is out in front and ensuring that it is not a crawl early on. Not a frantic pace by any means, but it's an even tempo being set by Cross Kennan on the short run to the third. Cross Kennan and Five Dream from Big Bucks on the inside. Murad reading out to Michael Dagenet. Oscar Whiskey's racing in sixth early on. 1,000 Stars in midfield with So Young a little wider. Amongst the greys, Dynast in the maroon and yellow. Maroon and grey belongs to Smad Place, and Voler La Vedette is at the rear of the field. So they climb on and approach flight number 4. Cross Kennan with Five Dream once again matching strides, and they're a couple of lengths in advance of Murad, Michael Dagenet and Big Bucks. 1,000 Stars is keen in about 7th place. Oscar Whiskey alongside Big Bucks at the moment, with So Young, Dynast, Smad Place and Voler La Vedette at the rear of the field. So quite a long run before they encounter the next two flights of hurdles. And out in front, Cross Kennan, matching strides at this even tempo with Five Dream. In third place races Murad, Big Bucks, noseband in fourth on the inside of Michael Dagenet. Oscar Whiskey, blue and white from 1,000 Stars. So Young, purple jacket towards the outside. Dynast, content to keep his powder dry with Smad Place and Voler La Vedette as well grouped. They come down towards flight number 5. Cross Kennan it is who cuts out the running, one of the outsiders, with Five Dream. Big Bucks, Murad, Michael Dagenet and Oscar Whiskey all together. Oscar Whiskey just had to stretch for that, but got to the other side safely. 1,000 Stars breezing alongside at the moment, with on the outside So Young. Towards the inside, Smad Place with Dynast and Voler La Vedette. So there's been very little change in the order as they make their way up the home straight for the first time. Cross Kennan by a length or so for Five Dream, who's just encouraged along to maintain striking distance of the leader. Big Bucks lobbing along in his customary fashion in third, with Murad and then Michael Dagenet, but they're all very well bunched. The speed horses beginning to look to get onto the back of Big Bucks. 1,000 Stars and Oscar Whiskey racing in about 6th or 7th, with So Young, Dynast, Smad Place and Voler La Vedette. So we've got a circuit to travel as they stretch over flight number 6. Cross Kennan it is who shows the way in the cheek pieces from Five Dream. Michael Dagenet, the pink jacket, is just third ahead of Big Bucks in fourth. Murad races in fifth with Oscar Whiskey in blue and white. 1,000 Stars is in 7th place as they make the turn. Then we have So Young towards the outside of Dynast, Smad Place, and still held up Voler La Vedette. So a circuit under their belts, and all of the runners still with every chance, and all of the riders at this stage looking relatively comfortable as Cross Kennan leads from Five Dream. Big Bucks from Murad, then Oscar Whiskey reading out Michael Dagenet. So Young's taken wide into that flight of hurdles. 1,000 Stars is right on Big Bucks' tail now. Smad Place follows him with Dynast. There's much jockeying for position going on now as Murad moves through to press Cross Kennan. In third place is Big Bucks over that. Five Dreams under pressure. Oscar Whiskey and 1,000 Stars now flank their chief market rival. Michael Dagenet, So Young out wider. Dynast yet to play his hand, and Smad Place as Murad led Big Bucks, who jumped just about alongside. So they're making the turn towards the third last. Murad it is who leads. Big Bucks is poised in second. Cross Kennan being ridden. 1,000 Stars and Oscar Whiskey stalking in 4th and 5th places. So Young, Dynast and Smad Place. Michael Dagenet's just lost a length or two. Behind these, Voler La Vedette getting involved for the first time as well. So racing towards the next flight, Big Bucks took off and really stretched for that to get to the other side with momentum and alongside Murad. Oscar Whiskey and 1,000 Stars towards the outside is Cross Kennan. Dynast comes next. Ruby Walsh has a look, sees that Oscar Whiskey and 1,000 Stars are on his hammer. He's alongside Murad as they turn down towards the second last. Smad Place has moved through into 5th. Dynast is 6th. Voler La Vedette is continuing to make ground. So Big Bucks, Ruby Walsh deciding when to try and press the button. Murad leads the main pursuers in 2nd place, a neck away. 1,000 Stars and Oscar Whiskey playing their hands late. Smad Place then behind these. Dynast on the run towards the second last. The Pretenders are massing behind Big Bucks in an attempt to wrest away his crown. 2 flights to take in the Ladbrokes World Hurdle, and Big Bucks is over. From in second place, 1000 Stars, Oscar Whiskey, and Murad Smad place, Voler La Vedette is making ground for Andrew Lynch, and now the home turn, and now the hill that Big Bucks knows so well. Ridden along, can Oscar Whiskey, 1000 Stars, or Voler La Vedette get by Big Bucks? He asks to stretch with that majestic stride. Can he break the hearts of Oscar Whiskey? Voler La Vedette is the main danger on the far side. She is coming there very strongly. Then 1000 Stars, who's beaten off Big Bucks. Voler La Vedette trying to travel out wide. Now switches to the rival. Big Bucks, Ruby Walsh wants to look the rival in the eye. Voler La Vedette has scuttled up the near side and is now only a length down. Big Bucks, Voler La Vedette is trying very hard, but Big Bucks is driven out, and Voler La Vedette will fail like so many have done in the past. 16 in a row, a 4th world hurdle equals Sir Ken's record. Big Bucks beats Voler La Vedette. We won't see his like for many years. Smad placed 3rd, 1000 Stars, and Oscar Whiskey couldn't get up the hill. Murad was next from Cross Cheltenham and Dinast.
How we love this magnificent horse. An unprecedented 4th world hurdle for Big Bucks, and it is magnificently that he equals Sir Ken's record. Let's join Nick, who's with Winning Connections.